How y'all doing? Good? All right, what's up? Indian people, right in the center. Good. Thank you for coming out. That makes me feel safe. That is how I start shows. I just look for people who look like me. And I think that's normal, right? When a brown guy walks into a room, he's gonna think, are there brown people here? When a black guy walks into a room, he's gonna think, are there black people here? When a white guy walks into a room, he's gonna think, are there black people here? Right? A lot of stereotypes about being brown. People are like, oh, you're brown, so it must be tough to fly being brown. It's like, no, it's not that tough. You know what's tough? Is to see what hot white women can get away with at the airport. My fiance is a white woman. One time we were traveling, she packed an entire bottle of shampoo in her carry-on. The TS agent took her bag, took the shampoo out. He said, ma'am, you know I can't let you through with this. And then she made direct eye contact with him and said, why? Do you think it's a bomb? I was already getting patted down, like, Becky is gonna get me killed. And then she doubled down. She was like, is that what you think? It's a shampoo bomb? A coconut-smelling shampoo bomb? And then, no joke, the TSA agent just laughed and said, you right? And then gave her the shampoo back. If you ask me a question at the airport, I'm like, sir, yes, sir, I love this country. And then I start yelling the Pledge of Allegiance, okay? I say, I pledge allegiance to the flag. There's less than 3 ounces in my bag. That's what I say. People make all sorts of assumptions when they find out I'm dating a white girl. They're like, oh, was her family racist? It's like, no. You know what's interesting? The most racism I ever experienced when I was dating was actually dating another Indian girl, okay? Like I'm Muslim. I was raised Muslim, but now, you know, occasionally I drink and I smoke and I mess around. Yeah. I don't eat pork, though, because I'm not some sort of infidel, okay? I was dating this Hindu girl in college, and I leaned in to kiss this Hindu girl after the third date. She stopped me. She goes, no BMWs. And I was like, what does that mean? I drive a Honda Civic. She was like, no BMWs. That's my dad's abbreviation. It means no blacks, Muslims, or whites. And I was so hurt because I was like, how come the Mexicans get a free pass? You know what I mean? Like, there's one M and Muslims take it. That's not fair. M should be miscellaneous. So Jose can smash, but Hussein has to go home? I don't like that. I don't like stereotypes, man. I don't like any stereotype. Here's a stereotype you hear. Women can't drive. You ever hear that? Women can't drive. I don't think that's fair or true. I do feel safe saying maybe. Hear me out. Women might not be that great at parking. Hear me out. I think it's biological. I think men, on average, are better at parking because we know how to take an extension of ourselves and guide it into some narrow boundaries. And if you go to the left or the right of the boundary, you could really ruin the vibe. So men know we take a wide turn and we slide in there. And that's why I think a lot of women aren't that great at parking, because I think deep down they're thinking, hey, I'll just lay here and the car will park itself. Come on, car, park. I have places to go. That's why I don't like self-parking cars, okay? These are the vibrators of automobiles. And when I say women, by the way, I'm talking about straight women, all right? Lesbians, guess what? They can park. They can park my car better than me. I'm happy to be here. I flew in from Atlanta. I grew up in Atlanta. I love Atlanta. I like learning about Atlanta's history. Like I was learning about the civil rights movement. I was reading about Martin Luther King. You guys want to know a fun fact? Martin Luther King was 5'7". It's interesting. Martin Luther Short King, that's what I call him. And let me tell you something. As a 5'8" guy, I do understand why he was nonviolent. Because I feel like your propensity for violence is directly proportional to your height. And I looked it up. Did you guys know that Malcolm X was 6'4"? That adds up. Malcolm X was like, we must use force if necessary. Dr. King was like, or we use our words. Maybe instead of fighting, we march for a very long time. Because my cardio is fantastic. The best part about living in Atlanta is that the probability of getting a compliment from a black woman is very high. And I know this is racist, but a compliment from a black lady just means more. I don't know why, but if a white lady compliments me, I'm like, oh, good for her. She's having a good day. If a black lady compliments me, in my soul, I'm like, yo, I earned that shit, all right? I'll cancel therapy. I'll be like, hey, Dr. Cohen, this is over because Gloria told me my fit is fresh as hell. Black women don't even try when they compliment you. They'll just pick one thing about you, they'll turn it into a compliment. They'll come up to me and be like, okay, glasses, I see you, glasses. And I'm just smiling like a dumbass, like, yeah, you know me, you know I wear glasses. You know I can't see. That's the kind of positivity we need nowadays, man. Nowadays, everybody's so fighting, everybody's divided politically, right versus left. You gotta focus on the similarities, you know? Like, here's something that can bring Democrats and Republicans together, is that all three of our last presidents, Trump, Obama, and Biden, all three of them killed major terrorist leaders in office. Which just means that when the approval ratings start to drop, the president picks up a phone and is like, yo, we gotta kill a terrorist ASAP. And it needs to be a brown one, okay? We need to bring this country together. And the more Muslim-sounding name, the better. Trump killed a man named Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. You just know when Trump heard that name, he was like, mashallah. That name, it's provocative, gets the people going, send the drones. I love when a president kills a terrorist. My favorite was when Obama killed bin Laden. You remember when Obama killed bin Laden? That was awesome. My nephew was very young at the time, and he called me, and he was like, I can't believe Obama actually killed him. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I can't believe Obama actually killed him. And I realized he thought Obama killed him. They were in a dark alley. It was raining. Obama had a gun. He was like, this ends now. Our names are too similar. And I was like, Obama didn't actually kill him. And he said, so who killed him? And I said, SEAL Team 6. He didn't know what that meant. And he said, like from the zoo? I was like, yes, buddy. 6 seals, 3 walruses, and the penguins from Madagascar. They went to Pakistan and they killed Osama bin Laden. But you know, no matter what happens with this country, I'm patriotic. I will always be patriotic because I was born in this country. I have a US passport. And when you look like me, that is a superpower. Like, I love traveling to other countries because when I go through another country's immigration, they see my brown face, they don't know I'm American. And they treat me like another foreigner. And you know what? I play into it. They're like, sir, this way? I'm like, yes, this way. They're like, sir, look up here. I'm like, oh, up here. Then they're like, sir, passport. And then I just slam that blue passport down with that big gold eagle, and I'm like, hey, yo, fucking say something, bro. What's up? What's up, Thailand? We got a problem? I yell, this is America when I throw down the passport. That's what I yell. And then when I fly back into the country, I get randomly selected, and I'm like, this is also America. Both things can be America. I get patriotic about little things, you know? I get patriotic about cars. Like my fiance and I were test driving new cars. We test drove a Lexus, which is a Japanese car. And I learned that you can find out a lot about a country based on the cars that they make. Like if you don't put your seatbelt on in a Lexus, it beeps for like 20 minutes, which is a very Asian response. These are the rules. You must follow the rules. Try not putting your seatbelt on in a Ford F-150. It beeps for like 5 seconds, then it's like, you know what? Fuck it. This is an American car, and you have the right to go flying straight through the windshield, okay? And yeah, you have no health insurance, but you'll be okay because you're built Ford tough. You know what's crazy? If you drive a German car and you don't comply with orders, the car actually pulls over, and then it kills you. Isn't that crazy? Little history joke. I love learning about history. I like learning about religion. Clap if you were raised religious, out of curiosity. Yeah, all right. I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking about the prophets. How come in any religious text, there's like no female prophets? Barely any female prophets. Is it because God is sexist? Maybe. But I think I know why. I think it's because only men have the delusional confidence that it takes to become a prophet. I think a woman hears the voice of God and is like, what the hell is happening? Am I losing my mind? Maybe she has a glass of wine, she tells a friend, but a man will hear the voice of God and be like, gather around, I am the chosen one. You're like, what about that lady? That lady can speak to God, and he's like, that's a witch, okay? We should burn her. God told me to. Here's the thing about religion. I don't think I'd mind hell. Because you know what hell is in any religious text? It's just hot. Very toasty in hell. Heaven, perfect temperature. Nobody's ever sweating in heaven. And I thought about it, and that makes sense. Because all those religions started in the Middle East. It was so damn hot there to begin with that it was easy for somebody to be like, do you want more of this after you die? No, right? Then pray to God. Pray to God for a breeze. So that's what religion was for centuries, was good temperature, good temperature, good temperature. One day we'll have good temperature, And then one day humans figured out how to control the temperature indoors, and that's when religion went downhill. And I looked it up. Do you want to know when modern atheism began? 1900. You know what else was invented in the year 1900? The air conditioner, that's right. The first guy to use a thermostat was like 69, 68, 67. Whew, God is dead. We are all alone. The air conditioner, that's the most important moment in human history. That and the birth of Christ. Those are the two most important moments. And that's how we should measure time, 2 sections, BC and AC. But that's just what I think. That's it for me. Thank you so much. My name is Zain Sharif.